Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome to the Halloween contest results video. And I'm joined here with Pixelated today.
Hello.
And we're going to be going over all the winners of the contest, giving out the prizes and promotions. And as mentioned in the marathon video, everyone did a great job, and first, second, and third winners are all going to receive a Steam game of their choice from the prize pool. So stay tuned and let's check them out. Diving right on into it, guys, the beginner bracket. Our third place winner is Cryptic, created by Ninja Pie. Now, this one had a great atmosphere starting in the graveyard and a great shot leading up to the mansion going up the hill. And then once you got into the crypt itself, it was very spooky and it had a lot of details and even some really funny and humorous jump scare moments. I love the underground sewers and the dark passageways, and he had this one scene where you entered a dark, empty room, and then the lights turned off, and when they turned back on again, it was full of crawling skeletons, which was very clever. Really loved it. You got anything to add?
Yeah, I don't know if it was on purpose, but the entrance of the crypt was basically a skull.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, it was cool.
Small detail, but yeah, it's fun. Very nice. One more thing. There was a lack of audio, which was really a shame, because if you had put a little bit of effort in the audio, you might have gone to second or even first place, because that would have been absolutely amazing.
I agree, and audio was a 5-point factor on this one, so people who did use it definitely scored a lot higher, and that is sometimes the difference between the winners in this contest, because while we are looking for the spookiest coasters, 5 points are separate from that to get you another 5 spooky points based off of audio.
Right.
So keep an eye on that for next time, guys. All right, so there you go. Congratulations, Ninja Pie, on third place in your bracket.
Yep.
All right, our second place winner of the beginner bracket is Fright Night, a haunted experience created by Wessery.
It was what surprised me most was how much there was in there. It was really small. It was a really small park, but there was so many stuff in there. It was really compact. You also had the track, which was really narrow, which helped the experience, if you ask me.
Yeah, my notes are pretty much the same. You did a good job at utilizing the narrowness of the track design, going through these highly decorated and detailed spooky rooms and hallways. There's so many different variety. That's what really stood out to me, because you had graveyards, basements, bleeding hallways, pumpkin patches, libraries, and even upside-down rooms. He really had it all, and at an impressive amount of detail.
Yeah, and the lighting was amazing as well.
That's a good point.
Beautiful
too.
colors.
Really good job. So there you go. Congratulations, Wessery, on second place in your bracket. All right, the first place winner of the beginner bracket goes to Boo Park, created by Sharky7. So Boo Park was another motion track ride in a sort of motel. It started off in, I believe, a motel area, and it had a plethora of various detailed spooky rooms and really fun animatronics coming out of like picture frames and and tables and all sorts of really cool things there. I was personally impressed with the various scenes in this experience. I really liked the witch's library, packed full of details. She's casting spells and all the books are coming alive and stuff like that. Really fun use of the animatronics, and then you moved your way down into the alchemist lab in the basement, and that was a lot of fun as well. Just overall a really good use of the new spooky DLC animatronics throughout the entire ride.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the thing I liked the most were those paintings with the stuff coming out of it. That was just really fun.
Yeah, it's a good way of making the 3D portraits, I guess. And we hadn't seen anyone do
and
that.
it's also it shows that you don't have to use billboards for the frame paintings to come alive.
I agree. So there you go. Congratulations, Sharky7, on first place in the beginner bracket. Really good job there. All right, moving on to the builder bracket. Our third place winner is Shadow Manor, created by Dwan Alker.
Yeah, it was really nicely detailed with a lot of billboards. Like I said before, you don't have to use them, but if you have those images, it can really make it look more immersive. And especially with the moving paintings. also another part that I really liked was the hallway near the beginning, where you kind of tilt from left to right.
Yeah, I
and
have that
it
here
feels
too.
really unsettling.
It does. It was almost like you were a ghost wisping your way through the corridors, you know? Yeah. One thing I want to add there, what we said in the last one, where he was doing the 3D thing with the portraits and the things coming out of them. This one, he did that with the columns, with the animatronics were buried inside the columns. So the mounts, they're supposed to be like mounts of heads, but they were animated, so they're like, they came alive. And I thought that was really, really clever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and overall had really nice decorated scenes throughout the entire experience. So really good job there, Dwayne Alker, and congratulations on 3rd place in the Builder bracket. All right, 2nd place winner for the Builder bracket goes to Ghoster's Haunted Asylum, created by Novum. So this one had lots of great poltergeist-style moments and jump scares, some really good triggered events and audio, and some really good use of the billboards as well. Some super creepy dark moments where the light turns on and reveals something even creepier. I found he did that a lot throughout, where he dimmed down the lights and then turn it on and there's like a rocking chair or an electric chair. He did a few of those. Or a little like scarecrow with a Grim Reaper blade sitting there waiting for you. So really good job at revealing things with light.
Yeah, and also it really had a few moments where you can actually sort of see the poltergeist, which was really well done when it moves from one place to the other, touching the chair, making it move, and just moving on again.
Yeah, there's lots of little
really
things throughout the scenes that it would touch and it would make a sound effect, or it would do an animation, and so you did get that sense that you were being followed. So really good job at simulating a poltergeist. So there you go. Congratulations, Novum, on 2nd place in the Builder bracket. Really good job. All right, the 1st place winner of the Builder bracket goes to Dr. Skitter's House of Critters, created by Red Nebula.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. Amazing use of the creepy crawlies and amazing narration. Also the fact that it kind of builds up to the end. I mean, you already see the containment cell, so you know there's something going to happen, but you're not quite sure what. And then the twist ending where you're the food. Yeah, it's just really fun.
Yeah, and there's so many. I mean, the narration was amazing, and it has this almost like a playful tour of some sort, but you can tell that there's something not right, and then it kind of turns into this sinister ending, which I love. And the display cases were so well detailed and done so perfectly, where there's all these little details in every single display case. There was little subtle details like the little canister where the spider pops out. All the animatronics were so well timed, and like you'd go into the laboratory and a little arm reaches out, zaps the spider leg, and it actually moves the spider leg. And I just every scene that you passed through felt so immersive, where I didn't really feel like I was on a Planet Coaster ride, but yet in this a real immersive, sinister Doctor's House of Critters. You know what I mean?
It was really unsettling when we finally got down to the lab.
And
with all the detailed, creepy stuff all around you.
And a lot of times when you're moving your way through these kind of boxy corridors and boxy buildings, you kind of feel like it's Planet Coaster. But this one, it did a good job at actually making me feel like I was in someone's laboratory or house of some sort. It kind of had me really immersed. And then for me, what I was building up to it, like you could see the containment cell, and there's like little details where dust would fall from the ceiling and you'd hear a bang, and you knew something was going on. And I was thinking in my mind, like, what's it going to be? Because is it going to be a big spider? Because it seemed like to be the thing that everyone was doing, or a lot of people, the one big scary creature would be a big spider. And I was actually really impressed when it was revealed as a centipede, because you got to use all the spider legs as creepy crawly centipede legs. And that threw me for a surprise, and I was really happy to see that it wasn't just a bigger spider, because we've seen so many spiders leading up to that where I was thinking, okay, it's just going to be a big spider. So
for sure.
The twist was a great surprise.
And also just the way she did the breaking of the containment cell, it was also really well done, with just a couple of lightning tricks.
it was the glass was pure black, but then she turned a red light on and you could see all the cracks. So it kind of took a page out of what like you did with the colors changing and stuff. So really good job on that. I mean, I can't praise it enough. It was amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
So congratulations, Red Nebula, on first place in the builder bracket. Absolutely amazing work. All right, moving on to the advanced bracket. Before we jump into it, I got to mention that The Shining, created by Byzil, was a top 3 winner, but it was flagged for copyright content from Denatra Sonoris number 2 song. And Pixelated looked this up. We have in Discord a thing for YouTube where you can click it and enter in a song, and you can see if your song choice gets flagged for copyright content, and it in fact shows up. So it could have been avoided.
Yeah,
it was
exactly. I mean, if there's a copyrighted song and it doesn't show up in that list, then
it's not really your fault.
We might have changed it a bit, but the problem is that this could have been avoided.
It could have been avoided. Yeah, it wasn't the sound bits of the actors from The Shining. It wasn't any of that. It was the song choice that was picked. So any other song choice could have worked. And
I do have to add that the song chosen was from the soundtrack of The Shining, so it made sense. But yeah,
it wasn't necessary.
The problem was that it was copyrighted. Yeah, for sure. I don't think it was necessary. No.
And that's kind of one of our rules, guys. Is like, you know, you want to try and avoid copyright content because the content is not owned by you. And there's a whole bunch of other reasons, but it's part of staying original, keeping things to your own, and we provide you guys with a whole lot of options. There we have audio-free libraries. We got all the things to make sure that doesn't happen to you when you're creating something, so you could always check. So it's a little bit unfortunate that it was a top 3 winner, but it did get flagged, but we kind of have to put our foot down about this because there's so many people that would go, well, if I knew I could use copyright music, I would have chosen this, or I would have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have to stick with that rule, guys. But Byzil, you did an amazing job on the Shining,
for sure.
The hedge maze, the building, the scenes. I mean, it was incredible. So I was excited to announce that as the winner, and then it got flagged, and I was a little disappointed. But definitely check the pinned messages in Discord and search the songs that you're using before you use them. So moving on, guys, the third place winner of the advanced builder bracket goes to The Sound of Night, created by Synchros. Now, while this way may be an ordinary mansion tour, the atmosphere and decorations were immensely detailed, leaving you completely immersed in the experience. I really enjoyed the exterior aspects leading into the mansion, and then at one point the ride goes outside the mansion and hangs you over a cliff edge, and this may have been the only ride in the contest to actually use a scare moment using vertigo, and I thought that was really clever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, while you're outside, you also have an amazing view of the moon just hanging over the mansion, and then a lightning strikes as well.
And I think that calls the Kraken out too, doesn't it?
No, it's a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
A little bit later, right after the Kraken. It's a beautiful shot.
Yeah,
he used the tilting, and not just the rotating, but also the tilting and the yaw. I don't know really how it's called, but the yaw. He really used that very well.
I agree, and again, the scenes were so detailed throughout the entire mansion experience, and he sold it on the outside all the way through, and you went through the whole tour rather than just going straight into the mansion or starting in the mansion. He really utilized that space really well.
Yeah.
So there you go. Congratulations, Synchros, on third place in the advanced builder bracket, and our second place winner for the advanced builder bracket goes to The Spider King Returns, created by Deadeye Duck.
Yeah, I already hate spiders, and now even more. So that's I think that's mission accomplished. It was really creepy. A lot of amazing use of shadows, which we don't see a lot. Great narration. The only thing I would have, if you really want to push it a little bit further, is to have the narration done by an actual person. If I'm correct, it was now done by you type a text
to
and
speech.
It gets, yeah.
Was it really?
Text speech. speech. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure it is.
Really? I did not know that. Then it's a really darn good text to speech because it got me. I was like, who did this? But didn't it go back from one voice to another?
It did, but there were different text to speech. The intonation, yeah, the intonation was not how a human talks, I think.
Now you got me curious.
I'm quite sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm quite
curious,
sure.
But I'm gonna have to go back and look, or listen, I should say. Either way, the story itself was really intriguing, and there was narration, so it still scored very high for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And the effort. And as you mentioned about the silhouettes, Lauren mentioned this in the video where Deadeye Duck was the creator of the Hulk, and he created that shot with him up in the sky, and then there's the words in the sky, and he created the silhouette. Seems to be really good at capturing these shots, and I really like that. So Deadeye Duck, you definitely have this like little niche going for you, and I say keep following that and keep playing around with that, because you did a really good job here with the spider silhouettes hanging down, shining. One thing I wanted to add to that whole narration thing was the narrator started talking about the Spider King, and then he used the motion track ride to turn and look at the Spider King, and he was right behind you the whole time. The motion track ride just wouldn't let you see it until the timing was right. And I thought it was really clever use of timing, and I guess utilizing the space, like only seeing what you need to see, and then what was behind you was saved for later. And and the whole idea between the spider infestation and the soldiers going to war was a really cool idea, because it made it feel like so much more of a threat than these just creepy crawlies. It was an actual huge problem, and exactly. Not just like a little spider coming down and giving you a boo scare. It was built up to be a terrifying situation in this world that he's created. So I think he took the spiders to the level that it needed to be taken to actually be creepy. So
yeah, because we've seen spiders before, but this took it to the next level.
Definitely. I definitely loved it. Congratulations, Deadeye Duck, on placing second place in the Advanced Builder bracket. So our first place winner for the Advanced Builder bracket goes to Rosewood Asylum, created by Jure. So for me, first of all, the exterior on this was such a beautiful design. I mean, if Jure, you can manage to separate this into a 3-part blueprint, I think it's a must-have in every spooky section of a park. It'd be very difficult to do, but it looks like a good blueprint. I mean, you nailed it on the exterior, and it looks so nice. And I really like the way he's utilized that space. I mean, how big it is on the outside. When you actually ride the experience, all of that space was used up, and it was used up in a realistic layout and in a realistic way. So it actually felt like you were navigating the mansion that you saw on the outside. A lot of times you can just get away with tricking the space and what you're actually experiencing, but I feel like he utilized the whole space, and every single square inch of that creation was just jam-packed full of detail. And it was made so much sense throughout the whole ride. That elevator, such a simple idea, using screens to make the dirt pass upward, yet it's the first time we've seen anyone do that. So very clever and very original, and hats off to you for thinking about that. So that's quite amazing. The animations on the picture frame where it looks as if you're seeing your reflection, it was actually a video playing on the and it played at a perfect time as you're passing by it to make it see like you're looking at yourself. And I thought that was another great use of the screen. So he really thought about how can I use these screens in a creative way, which was really amazing.
Yeah, also at the start there are some lightning outside the window, which is also a screen. And it's when you first look at it, it's not like, well, oh, that's a screen. It's just really
realistic.
Yeah, and it really blends into the scenery.
Another thing that I really liked that you pointed out at the end of the video was that he built a control room.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a very masterful way to, again, sell that realism factor, because you can tell on the outside there's a mansion, but then there's that realism of the facility behind it, and it looks like it was all constructed by like a professional Disneyland designer or something, right? And having a control room inside just like added to that realism.
Yeah, and in the control room, in the video you had it on pause, but if you unpause it, all those screens have a video of.
Are they videos or are they security cameras? Because can you do that?
No, they are videos. I'm quite sure they're videos because I had it on a test run. when we were watching it.
Right.
And when I looked at the videos, there were people in the cars.
Very cool. I mean, yeah, a lot of effort gone into those small, subtle details.
But that's also what's killing the FPS, by the way.
Yeah.
Because there are like 12 videos playing.
I mean,
on that
it was
small part.
absolutely amazing in terms of the video presentation. Now, jury, as a note to you, if you can manage to break it up into a 3-part blueprint and get it into like a sizable blueprint to give to people to put down in 3 little alignment cubes, if that was possible, you could probably get away with using less of those videos. I think the only 2 necessary ones that would be ideal is the one where you pass by the picture frame and then, of course, the elevator.
Yeah, and the lightning
in
the beginning.
Yeah.
I think that also adds very much. It really sets the mood.
Right. I agree. So absolutely amazing job. Congratulations, Jure, for first place in the advanced builder bracket, which is quite a feat as that division is stacked. So really good job there. All right, moving on to the expert builder bracket, everyone. Our third place winner goes to Cabin in the Woods, created by Wix. So this one had a very spooky atmosphere, and I loved the little rundown gas station where it all started. I really liked the amount of detail that he put into the little, broken down gas station in the middle of the woods, and it felt very, what's the word? Desolate, like abandoned.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it takes you through this immersive tour through the woods. And then when you actually approach the cabin in the woods, it's far from that at all, ironically enough, I guess. Because to me, that was one of the most beautiful mansions I've ever seen in Planet Coaster. I mean, that opening shot.
Gorgeous,
the opening shot with the lake and the little pier, and like the mansion was at the top with a cascading landscape with all the little fences and steps and lamps and all this stuff. It just was absolutely breathtaking. I mean, I think when we arrived at that shot, me and Lauren both said at the same time, this is beautiful. And it's not what you would expect from the cabin in the woods. I mean, it was quite impressive, but it did have all the spooky atmosphere and decorations that you would expect from a spooky contest. So while it was gorgeous using those kind of gothic elements, right?
Yeah. And the atmosphere was great. For me personally, where it faltered and why it's third place is because the jump scares and trying to make it more scary by using the spooky DLC wasn't quite working here. It felt a bit forced.
That's fair. And I think another thing to add to that is it was missing audio, and that because of that, it was almost like you could predict the jump scares. I think sometimes when you're so distracted by immersive audio, the jump scares work better. Is that fair? Yeah,
and it was also when you go out of the dimension again and you pass the lake again, there's a cottage or something with the barn doors, and you know that's gonna open and try to scare you.
Yeah, I mean, it was the car ride, so he couldn't really utilize the angles as well. True. So that does play against him in that sense.
Yeah,
but
and it doesn't take away that it was an amazing ride. I mean, it was absolutely gorgeous.
I agree.
I think I should add this as a critique because I think it can help Wix improve.
Yeah, I know. I 100% agree, and it had potential to be second or first. So just those adjustments could definitely go a long way. So I agree with you there. So amazing work, Wix, and congratulations on third place in the expert bracket. Our second place winner goes to Forsaken Souls, created by Chant.
Yeah, I'm still a bit speechless.
Still,
yeah.
We recorded a week ago.
You can hear it throughout the video. I barely say anything because I was completely gobsmacked. It was amazing. The way it just started out with the blue windows.
Yes,
that was just already. It's already something that defines Chant's work. Those weird neon.
I was going to have to interrupt you there, but this is something we're seeing from Chant with the Magician's Secret. She builds these worlds that are not native to Planet Coaster.
Exactly.
They look very unique, and she used those colors to her advantage this time because the coldness of those eerie windows, and she did it again with those red demon gates near the end.
Right, yeah, and right after the blue windows, you have where the carts come crashing down. There's also the unsettling red color,
and right before that, as you forgot to mention, those blue windows, the coasters were riding along the walls like poltergeists, and that actually gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, it was the whole ride was really unsettling, which is
Yes.
really hard to do.
Very
to have
unsettling.
it off all the way throughout the ride. It was unsettling, and that's great. That's absolutely amazing. And yeah, the hallways where you have the flickering lights and the ghosts and the lightning, and it all comes together and creates this really freaky, unsettling experience.
And there was one moment where you drop down and you're spiraling around piles of skulls. I mean,
Yeah.
that also was like, oh goodness, yeah, gobsmacked, as you said.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, there's so many things in there. The car coming at you.
Right, the ghost train.
In the third door.
Yeah.
The creepy crawlies on one of the corridors. I'm still quite not sure what those are, by the way.
I think they were the spiders, but I was unsure too because they felt like they weren't flat. I was kind of confused.
No, they weren't flat. They weren't the spiders. No.
Yeah, I was
Not
unsure
quite sure
too.
what they are.
Yeah, they did feel like little beetles, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
And I was kind of confused by that.
And near the end, where you have, of course, the falling people, which is absolutely brutal, but so much
brutally
fun.
amazing. And I have to add to that because we saw the trailer for Planet Coaster a year ago, and Frontier did this little fun, I don't know, 30 second to a minute long video when there's like a orchestra music playing, and there's people. They packed the paths with people, and they had a coaster come flying into them, and the bodies are flying everywhere, and they were just having fun with it, and it was a cute little video. And what's funny is like it was right in front of us this whole time, and nobody has ever experimented with trying to crash coasters into crowds of people. So it took a whole year for somebody to go, I'm going to do that. And I do not know why this hasn't been done a billion times, but
well, it's also that this ride it really fits this ride.
It does.
I mean, you can do it with another ride, but it would feel out of place, and this was just so
perfect.
It was perfectly matched to this ride.
And what was so great about that, like Chant literally had a pad packed full of people and then like trapped them there and then just had them sitting there for the use of this like ride, and she crashed a coaster into it. And it's like I'm so impressed by that because it's set up for like a one-time use thing, and it was perfect, you know. Had I've run that on test mode a couple times, there would have been no people left, you know. So she did
it would have worked. It would have worked.
It would have the people respawn onto the path?
No, they don't respawn, but it was a path which was connected to the park entrance, so it would constantly have new people.
It reloads. Oh, that's even more brilliant.
Yeah, it works every time.
Oh, that is even more brilliant than I realized.
Because I had it run for a couple of test runs right after each other, and it would work.
Well, there you go. I'm even more impressed then, because you actually had to calculate the position of where the path would be relative to the entrance so that you could build that area for that event. So that's even more impressive. So hats off to you, Chant.
And the last thing I want to mention is the white face skull thingy that changes color. It's stunning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
This was very, very close second/first, and I had because of all these innovative things and just the disturbingness of it, I had a really hard time settling with it being second place. And it definitely is a close first, but it did get second. But man, was that a hard call to make.
Yeah, for sure. But I still stand by it. The first place is yeah.
But yeah, you did an amazing job on this one, Chant, and it really knocked our hats off. So absolutely amazing work. So congratulations, Chant, on second place in the expert bracket. All right, our first place winner of the expert bracket of the Halloween contest goes to Athamir Mordair, created by Operate Tour. This one had the best audio out of them all. The music literally gave me anxiety, and it changed at all the right times to ramp up the scare factor. Not only is the audio amazing, but the atmosphere and the scenes were had an intensely scary vibe about them. He had the creepy whispering and then classical music to just like make you feel even more unsettled, and as you're traveling through this creepy underground lair. And near the end there's these screams that came out and strobe lights, and then it got so intense, and then the demon girl shows up and says, "You're all gonna die tonight," and I just got heebie-jeebie goosebumps from that. And
it was. Yeah.
yeah.
The build-up was amazing.
It was.
I mean, you have jump scares are fun, but they don't create the best ride.
I agree.
It's really the build-up intention, and then have certain jump scares to release all that tension.
Yeah,
that was perfectly done.
It had that beginning, middle, and end in terms of storytelling, but he did it all with audio and no narration. He narrated using the audio, the sound effects, and the scenes, and I found that to be more impressive than storytelling, because it did that in a different way with different emotions. And then even at the end, once that all happened, he changed it to like this triumphant music where you almost felt like overwhelmingly happy that you made it out alive, and it changes that I had anxiety, but my anxiety was relieved once I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and the music just changed to a more settling music. So it had that beginning, middle, and end again, and the end being, all right, it's over, and here's the calming.
Yeah.
So
I think that some people underestimate how important audio is. That's why we also have it on the same level as artistry in the judging points for judging, and I think this is a prime example of why that is. Yeah, it's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I agree. And Lauren even said, "Can I give this an 11 on the spookiness?" And it's kind of weird with this contest because we want the spookiest ride to win, and this was certainly spooky, but because the audio is separate, it's like we have two spooky scores, and he brought both of those together harmoniously.
Yeah, and I would also like to add that this ride was the only one who had a perfect score on spookiness.
That's a good point. It had 30 out of 30 from all judges gave it a 10. So you kind of get a little achievement there for having the spookiest ride out of them all. So absolutely amazing.
And that's what this contest was all about. So
yep, and that's why you are the winner. So congratulations, Operate Tour, on first place in the expert bracket. Amazing stuff. Congratulations to all the winners. Every single one of you guys who won will be receiving a Steam game of your choice from the prize pool. We'll contact you about that. You'll check your emails. You'll have an email, and you'll get to pick a game. Everyone else in the contest did an amazing job. We had so much fun with these, and everybody captured the essence and the spirit of Halloween, and it was a lot of great creations, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you so much for joining me, Pixelated, again.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So Pixelated he is the special guest judge, and usually one of the judges kind of builds alongside whatever the contest is. Pixelated was working on a spooky coaster of some sort, but he's still trying to perfect it. So he's unfortunately not finished at this moment, but stay tuned.
No, it's like I am. It's already been a long time to create this, and I don't want to rush it now. So it's coming out very soon. That's for sure, but not quite with Halloween.
Yeah, that's okay. But dark rides are great all year long, so we'll have a nice, fun pixelated ride, a spooky pixelated ride coming out, hopefully sometime in the near future here. So something extra to look forward to for after Halloween, guys. And it was a great contest, and we'll go into promotions after, and I got to do all that stuff separately. So anything you want to add?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the promotions part of the video. Bye now. Alrighty, everybody, it's time to give out some promotions. We got a boatload of them to hand out here, and for anyone that did not get a promotion, go into Discord, take a look at the ranking guide sheet. It kind of gives you a breakdown of where you're at and why you're there, and then you can kind of read on how to advance upward. And I'm sure if you didn't get a promotion, you're probably close to, and just keep doing what you're doing. Keep working on your workshops, and Blueprints will help you progress that. In fact, Small blueprints can often show your skill a lot quicker than coasters because you can create more of them faster and show your attention to detail, and coasters are hard to tell how good they are based off of just a couple screenshots. However, sometimes you can tell right away that it's a very impressive themed coaster. And as for parks are pretty tough to get a good look at unless you guys have a ton of screenshots. So another note to that, everybody, be sure that the thumbnail of the items on your workshop look awesome. The main shelf appeal of a screenshot, the thumbnail, is the most important. Make sure you get a good angle and it looks great. And then when you click on it, make sure there's a whole bunch more screenshots. And maybe sometime in the near future here, I'll do a screenshot tutorial for you guys and sort of an advanced guide on how to improve the appeal of your workshop. So enough of that. Let's dive right on into the promotions, guys. So for the beginner bracket, our promotions go to Kakatusi, Mystical Q, Nick, Ninja Pie, Augie 3000, Quinn Hero, Sharky7, Wessery, and Zombie. All you guys are being promoted from beginners up to builders. Congratulations, everybody, and keep up the great work. All right, moving on to the builder bracket. Not too many here, just a couple. Our third place winner, Dwan Alker, and our first place winner, Red Nebula. The two of you guys are being promoted from builders to advanced builders. And if anyone's wondering why our second place winner, Novum, did not get promoted, that is simply because he only has a couple items on his workshop at this moment, but he definitely has the potential to be moving up to advanced soon. So Novum, just keep cranking out those creations and keep up the good work. So there you go. And moving on to the advanced builder bracket, we have the following promotions by Azil, Deadeye Duck, JM1992, Jure, Libes, Princess, and Synchros. All you guys are being promoted up to expert builders. Congratulations, everybody, and keep up the amazing creations. All right, the expert bracket is a tough one. So we got promotions to give out to Operate Tour for first place in the expert bracket, Chant for second place in the expert bracket. So congratulations to the two of you. You are now being promoted to Master Builders. Really great work, you guys. And we're not done there. Mr. Wicks, you've been hard at work. 19 pages of amazing creations. I mean, absolutely amazing blueprint creator and very good coasters as well. So Wicks, you are no longer a Master Builder. You are climbing up to the ranks of the Planet Coaster Legends. Congratulations, my friend. That is quite a feat and a long time coming. You certainly deserve it. So don't stop there, my friend. Keep up the amazing creations and start earning those prestige stars. All right, guys. So I'm actually going to be doing workshop reviews in the next few days. So if anyone's a Discord member, there's a sheet in the pinned messages where you can click that and you can fill it out and request a workshop review. This is for the people that haven't been competing in contests. Every time I do a contest, I do the workshop reviews. So it's a guaranteed way to get the workshop reviews. I did this form as an option for those who weren't competing in the contest. The reason I haven't been reviewing the workshop form is because I want people to feel encouraged to compete in the contests. Unfortunately, there's a boatload of people that just refuse to compete in the contests, and they still deserve a workshop review and a promotion. So something like 90 something people filled out the form, and I've got a whole bunch to go through. We're not going to do a video for that, but I'll go through them all, and I'll announce it in Discord in the next week or so. I want to say a few days, but I can't make any promises. So more promotions are coming, and this is going to help kind of balance things out. As you guys saw from this contest, we only had 6 expert builders, well, 5 and 1 master, and I want to try to spread the competition out. The advanced bracket is always stacked, and with all the promotions we gave in the advanced builder bracket, and they were all well-deserved promotions, that means the expert bracket, the heavyweight bracket, is going to be a lot more competitive in the next contest, and everything has been pushed up forward a little bit. So if I do the 90 workshop reviews, that should also create some change. And for anyone that hasn't been competing in the contest, please do consider it for the next one, and because it's definitely a lot of fun, and it's great to see a nice diverse lineup of skill. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much it for me today. It was an amazing contest. Everybody did a fantastic job. It was a ton of fun. Huge shout out to Lauren and Pixelated for helping me judge yet again. You guys are always great. And for those of you wondering, Pixelated is still working on his spooky Halloween coaster, and he's going to take his time with that. So stay tuned and keep an eye out on the channel. That should hopefully be out in the next week or even up to a month. Who knows? I'm going to say sooner than later, though. So there you go, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who participated. That's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster videos, and if you guys would like to support the show and keep it going, you could do so by becoming a patron. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.